For those who are courageous enough to open themselves to the truth as much as we possibly can in this moment, rather than to choose our own comforts of beliefs and positivities, to cease convincing ourselves that what we believe is true, but rather to open ourselves to the evidence that very often, let's be real, is showing us very clearly that we can be quite the fools, can't we? We can be quite the delusional beings, us humans. Let's get clear about something. Most people aren't actually even seeing what's happening right in front of their faces. They're seeing their own ideas, their own perspectives of it, but not the actual thing. It's likely that very few of you listening to this video are actually hearing what I'm saying. Most will be hearing their own interpretations of what I'm saying. And I say this not to offend anybody, but because it's a truth that the moment we begin to allow ourselves to understand to the best of our ability that we can, it opens the door to a whole new type of wisdom and presence. And I'm telling you the truth when I say, and power. You see, there's so much information out there about your beliefs and your thoughts, your expectations and your assumptions and what you visualize and all this stuff. There's so much information out there to tell you that this is where your power is. And I'm going to be honest with you right now and tell you that what I have seen is that yes, there is an extraordinary power to having expectations and assumptions of things going your way. But it's for a much clearer psychological reason than the magical, mystical reasoning that people brainwash themselves with. And the truth about it is actually going to open the door to a much more profound power for you in your life than the brainwashing of it is. Because the brainwashing of it is dangerous, because delusion never actually works. But understand that there is a psychological benefit to believing that things are going to go a certain way for you. There's a psychological benefit because to the one who believes that things are going to show up a certain way for them, they will show up and they will act the role. They will act the part. They will actually take the action. They'll show up and they're much more likely to have that experience happen for themselves. The person who doesn't believe something's possible, they're just going to stay in bed. And that's the truth of the power of your beliefs and your expectations and assumptions. And I want you to see this, because I'm not here to try to steal anybody's magic away from them or to destroy your beliefs. But to be perfectly honest with you, sometimes I do show up here to destroy people's beliefs. Not because I'm the mean Grinch who stole Christmas and I'm trying to take people's magic from them, but because I'm trying to offer you freedom from your own delusion. Because I know your delusion feels fun and uplifting many of the times. But your delusion is the source of your sufferings and your tripping and falling on your face and the pains in your life as well. And the moment we realize that the truth is what we need, not new beliefs, not new techniques, not new stories to brainwash ourselves with, but the actual truth. The moment that we realize this is the moment a whole new level of freedom begins in our lives. So that's why I'm here, in this moment, in this conversation with you. Not to make you feel stupid, but to show you the true wisdom of who you are. And that wisdom is perceptible only to the one who is willing to drop their beliefs and stories entirely. I've said this many times in many series on this channel, Vibes and Frequencies. I've said many, many times that what we need is not new beliefs, as much of the world will tell you. What we need is to be free of our beliefs entirely. And let me tell you the real power of this through a metaphorical, allegorical story. There is a child who was desperately afraid that there was a monster in his closet. And so what this child did was he would pull the blankets over his face to hide in the blankets. And that made him feel safe. The blankets are the beliefs that we pull over our face, my friends. We're all doing this because we're all human and we're all going through this journey together. Many people don't like the truth, and that's just the truth. Because the truth is a presence that removes the blanket from that scared child's eyes, and the child will kick and scream and cry. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? There's a monster in my closet. And the truth continues to pull the blanket off. And the child thinks that the truth is what's evil, that the blanket is what's good. The blanket gives them comfort and safety and security. The truth wants to remove the blanket. The truth wants the child to get up and stop hiding. The truth wants the child to walk to the closet, open the door, turn on the lights, and see that there is no monster in the closet after all. It was all just a bad dream. It was all just a misunderstanding. But the child will kick and scream and reject the truth that tries to remove the blanket and show that there is nothing to fear. Fear not. But so many of us are afraid. And we don't realize that it is our fear that drives us to try to achieve more. We want to manifest more success. We want to manifest more romance. We want to manifest more money. We want to manifest more this. I'm not happy and fulfilled in this location, so I need to manifest myself in a different location. I want you to see the source of this. Some part of you is afraid, and you believe that if you had more money, then you wouldn't be afraid of that monster in the closet anymore. You believe that if you had that relationship, then you wouldn't have to be afraid anymore. You could finally feel whole and complete. You believe that if you had more achievement and success, then you'd finally feel like your life meant something. It had some purpose, because you're afraid of the emptiness and the void of what is the point of existence? Why are we here? What are we doing? What really matters and what doesn't? What's going on here? I want you to understand that so many of the things that people chase every single day, they chase out of fear while they delude themselves into thinking that they're running after something that will fulfill them. But they're lying to themselves. And in this video, I'm the character in the story of your life reflecting to you the truth. In this video, I'm pulling the blanket off of your face. And I know that many of you will not like me for having had done this. You'll be mad at me. But I encourage you to get up and open the closet and look, because there is no monster. Therefore, you don't need new beliefs. You don't need new identities. You don't need new stories, new masks, new outfits. It's all a deception. And it is you who are deceiving yourself. It is you who are confused. So often, I meet people who want to blame something outside of themselves. It's absolutely incredible, the fantastic stories we can come up with about demons attacking us, about some external force against us. Now it's the government doing it to us. It's my parents' fault. It's all these evil people around me who are trying to take advantage of me. Look, there's some bullshit going on in this world, and I assure you of something. When you're present and you witness the truth and you stop deluding yourself, you will see that there is evil happening. But when you're actually present and you're seeing clearly, it's obvious to you that the evil is happening because of deluded people who are delusional, who are not present, who are not seeing the truth, but choose delusion and illusion over and over again. For that is the source of evil, delusion. But for those who are willing to be here and live in and of the truth, and to speak it, even though many may not like you, understand, if I were to make videos saying all sorts of delusional, upbeat, positive things to people, they'd love it. They'd cheer my name. Thank you, Nathan, for helping us to delude ourselves. You tell people the truth, and many of them will hate you. It's happened all throughout history to all those who spoke it. Because people cling to their delusion just like the child clings to the blanket. If only they understood that there was nothing to fear, that all of it is really just their own manifestation of delusion. Are you manifesting your reality? Yes, and also no. Take the blindfold off, take the blanket off, and you'll begin to see in what ways you are and in what ways you believed you were, but was actually causing you to continuously trip and fall on your face. I don't want to see you trip and fall on your face anymore, because I actually love you enough to tell the truth. Though honestly, many people don't like me for it, and that's just a truth that I've accepted. It doesn't matter to me anymore. Sometimes I do feel sad. But to tell the truth is simply the most unconditionally loving thing that we could do for each other. If you stood before me wearing a dress and asked me if it made you look fat, I'm the kind of person who will honestly tell you if it's not the most flattering to your curves. I'll let you know. I'll do so lovingly, but I'm not going to sit here and help you to delude yourself. And I encourage you not to delude yourself either. And I strongly encourage you not to encourage other people's delusions. You may think you're being kind and loving because they love you and smile when you contribute to their brainwashing. And they'll give you money for it, and they'll give you hugs for it, and they'll admire you for it. But I encourage you, do not contribute to the delusion in this world. To do so is highly problematic, my friend, in dimensions of being that you might not even understand or see. But you will see them, and you will begin to understand them if you choose to be a person who takes off the mask and chooses truth over all. The power you're looking for is right here, right now, in this moment, with and within you. Understand this. You access it all the time, but you hinder it. You block it. And you accidentally, foolishly use this very power within you to destroy your life and create problems for yourself because of your attachment to the idea of being this person, just a glob of ideas and beliefs and self-concepts. You think you're this personality. No, you're not. Your personality is just a story you tell yourself. Drop the story. You don't need any of that stuff. It's all getting in your way. Do you possibly have some beliefs that contribute to successes in your life? Sure. But the unadulterated, unfiltered, raw, potent, pure, clean power that is really at your core can only truly shine fully through you in your life if you drop it all. And for those who are walking the true path of the awakening, of the spiritual, for those who are really walking it, one day you're going to have to give it all up. You're going to have to give up yourself. You're going to have to give up your ideas. You're going to have to give up your beliefs. You're going to have to give up your attachments and clinging to the dreams that you're trying to manifest. You're going to have to give it all up. And I'm telling you this not to make you sad, But I want you to understand something, because I care about you. The moment you give it up is the moment everything that you've constantly been looking for outside of yourself and all those achievements and all those things you're trying to get, the moment you give it all up is the moment you realize that it was right here all along. And it was your very looking for it that caused you to not realize it. And that is the cosmic, ironic joke that is the human delusional condition. Take the blanket off, my friend. There's no monster in your closet. You can try to achieve things to make yourself feel better about your existence, but you're just a scared kid with a blanket on your face. Take it off. Get up. Open the closet door. You will see there's no monster in there. And I want to tell you something. If there was, it could not win against you, because who you really are is more powerful than all of it. The light of your authentic presence, of your actually being here free from the delusion, there is no darkness that could win against you. There is no illusion that could possibly withstand the sound of your voice. Nothing, nothing, and no one anywhere could win against who it is that you really are. And that is just simply the truth. Therefore, you have nothing to fear. There is no monster, and if there was, it would die the second you opened the door and it witnessed your authentic presence. The only thing that keeps these monsters alive in our lives is that we keep running from them. We keep pulling blankets over our face and fueling the very nightmare we think the blanket will save us from. Take it off. Be here now. Live in the truth. Witness what is really here. Free yourself. Free yourself. I've got links in the description of this video for anybody who feels spirit encouraging them to support and contribute to the creation of these videos. I also have my phone number tagged in the description of this video for those who are interested in contacting me, sending me a text message about one-on-one sessions, collaborations, and things like this. You can find those in the description of this video, my friends, and thank you. Much love to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Vibes and Frequencies video. See you there.